Phil's Creepy Vids. Hey there, horror fans. It's your buddy Phil here, and it's Family Day here today in Canada, so a holiday. All the shops are closed, all the stores are closed. It's just kind of a holiday they made up a few years ago called Family Day, so stat holiday. Pretty good. But I just thought I'd drop another Blu Ray collection video for you guys. So top 10, we'll go through it real quick today. So first off, we have Halloween 2. This is the 30th anniversary edition. This was put out by Universal. This movie was made in 1981, sequel to Halloween, starring Jamie Lee Curtis and Donald Pleasence. Picks up right where Halloween leaves off. You might be asking why I didn't do Halloween #1. I do have the 15-disc box set, which also has Halloween 2 in it. I had to get this one because this one features a documentary called Terror in the Aisles from 1984, hosted by Donald Pleasence. If you haven't seen Terror in the Aisles, which is a documentary on kind of like the splatter movies that were happening back in the 80s, definitely see it. It's a great documentary, so the only reason I picked this up was because of the extra documentary on there called Terror in the Aisles. But yeah, Halloween 2, definitely worth a watch. If you have not seen it, see it now. Highly recommended. Next, we have M. Night Shyamalan's The Happening, about killer trees or plants making people commit suicide. It's all over the place. Didn't love this movie, but you know, M. Night Shyamalan, being one of my favorite directors of The Sixth Sense and what have you, had to pick it up. I do like Mark Wahlberg. He is also in this. So yeah, The Happening. If you have a couple hours to sleep on the couch, throw this in. Next, we have Happy Death Day. This came out in 2017. It's kind of like Groundhog Day, horror version of Groundhog Day. She keeps reliving the same day over and over and over again, getting murdered different ways each time. And she has to figure out who the murderer is before she can go on with her life. So yeah, I actually really like this movie. This came out in, like I said, 2017, so just last year. But it was a nice surprise, really liked it, thought I'd pick it up on Blu-ray. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend it. Next, we have Hatchet by Adam Green. This came out in 2006. Can you believe it, guys? The first Hatchet, 2006. It's already 12 years old. Can't believe it. This is the unrated cut. Features Kane Hodder as Victor Crowley, killer in a swamp. And yeah, it's amazing. A lot of people love the Hatchet series. There's a few that hate it. I actually really like it. I've got all 4, so check out Hatchet if you haven't already. Hatchet II followed 4 years later in 2010, still directed by Adam Green, still starring Kane Hodder as Victor Crowley, more of the same, Louisiana swamp, stars Tony Todd as well. But yeah, great part 2 to the franchise, love this movie. So yeah, this is also the unrated director's cut. And next we have Hatchet III. This came out in 2013. This is also the director's cut. Also directed by, it's written by Adam Green. This one's directed by B.J. McConnell. Hatchet III, Victor Crowley, more swamp, more killing, more death, director's cut. Check out Hatchet series for sure. Next we have a full moon movie, Head of the Family. It's one of my favorite full moon movies. I don't know whether Castle Freak or Head of the Family, they keep going back and forth with my #1 full moon movie. But I'd probably say it's tied for first place with Castle Freak. Really good movie. Kind of this Stackpool family is kind of a bunch of kind of like malformed people. There's a head in a wheelchair and a big muscle-bound guy and a chick with big boobs and a guy with big eyes. So they kind of blackmail this other guy, and it is a crazy movie. If you haven't seen Head of the Family, see it. Came out in 1996 from Full Moon. Definitely check this one out. Next we have the Scream Factory Collector's Edition of Hell Night. This came out in 1981, stars Linda Blair from The Exorcist. I got this in a gift box from my friend Tony. This is a new 4K scan from the Best Archival Film Print. Basically, a few people from a sorority have to spend the night in a house that's reportedly haunted. Turns out it's more than just a haunting, and they have to pray for daylight. So, yeah, it's a pretty good flick from the 80s, 1981 to be exact. If you have not seen this and you're a fan of Linda Blair, or you're a fan of, you know, cheesy 1980s splatter fests, definitely check this movie out. Highly recommended. Hell Night. Next, we have Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. This is the 30th anniversary Blu-ray. This stars Michael Rooker. He is from Walking Dead. He is a serial killer, and this movie story is very gritty. It's directed by John McNaughton. Came out in 1986, and I think it's loosely based on Ted Bundy or Henry Lee Lucas. But yeah, really gritty, realistic, basically inside the mind of a serial killer. If you have not seen Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, I highly recommend you see it. It is a great movie. And last but not least, we have High Tension, also known as Hot Tension, which is H-A-U-T-E, Tension. This came out in 2003. It's a French release. It does have an English dubbed version on here, or you can just read the English subtitles. This is the uncut version. When this came out, it was also under the name Switchblade Romance, which I don't really think is a great title, since there were not a lot of switchblades in it. But yeah, very bloody movie. Very great movie. Got a twist ending, which a lot of people don't understand, but for some reason I truly love this movie. I've watched it numerous times. If you have not seen High Tension, I suggest you see it immediately. So that's it, guys. Let me know in the comments below which ones you've seen, which ones you'd like to see, and I hope everybody out there is having a great day. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and that's my time. Thanks so much for yours, guys. Have a great day. Peace!
Phil's Creepy Vids.
So if you guys like that video, comment down below, hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you in Phil's next video. Peace!